Hello there and welcome. Today I am going to show you what is inside of my Toiletry bag. This is a bag that I have sewn myself. I do that sometimes. Sew all sorts of things. But yes, in here are the products that I use on an everyday basis to care for and treat my skin in the best possible ways. So this video was requested by one of my viewers, and I thought that it was an excellent idea. So let's start. I will just open the bag first. And let's start with what I do at the very first thing in the morning. First, I cleanse my skin very gently with this cleansing milk without perfume. And this one contains glycerin and E vitamin. It cleanses and gives the skin a lot of moisture, and it calms the skin. Daily Danish comfort for dry skin. So this brand Matas is a very big brand here in Denmark. They have many stores. Matas stores, they pretty much have complete monopoly here. It's the only cosmetic store that we have here. So, but their own products here, their own brand with the stripes here is really quite cheap and affordable, and it is some pretty good products, I think. And I will just say here from the very beginning of this video that I am not sponsored by any brands whatsoever. I am still in the beginning of my YouTube ASMR journey here, so I haven't gotten into all of that with sponsorships yet. So this is just my complete honest opinion and complete just the products that I use and buy and choose to buy on my own. So yes, so I have very sensitive and dry skin, so I really need some products that moisturizes my skin and does not dry out my skin. So that's why I use a cleansing milk. I do not use any soaps of any kind. It will just dry my skin out and cause irritation and blemishes and all of those things. So yes. And it has no perfume at all, so no scent, which is what I prefer. I can easily put scent on my wrists and behind my ears, in my hair and on my clothes. I do not need any scent in my skin. I think it is just, I just don't understand why people put perfume in skincare. I would never think of putting perfume in my face. It dries out the skin, makes you look old and dry, and I just don't get that. So I try to always avoid any sort of perfume in my skincare, first of all. And it's not easy to find, believe me. And of course, I use this both in the morning and in the evening when I take off my makeup. And you can this one easily takes away eye makeup and foundation and everything. It works for all of it. And I just take a little cotton wipe and wipe all the makeup and all of that off my skin with this one. And I do it twice just to get all of the things completely off my skin. Yeah. So that's that. And after cleaning my skin very thoroughly in the evening, I sometimes use this mask here that I got myself a few months ago after seeing a great review on YouTube. And I am so happy that I made this investment. Probably one of the best investments that I have made for my skin ever. So I was quite surprised how well this thing works. It is a red light therapy mask from Current Body Skin. And let me just show you what this looks like. And here it is. And so I lay down and relax with this one just for 10 minutes. And I'm not going to turn it on because it makes a little bit of a noise. And this is supposed to be relaxing, so I'll just carefully put it down there again. And it's actually very comfortable to have a little rest. And this red light, I also feel like it does something for the mood. It's like therapy in different ways, more than one way. So I think this, even though it was quite expensive, it was definitely worth all the money. And I would buy it again if it breaks something like that, because yeah, what it does is that it stimulates the collagen production, so it's great for keeping the skin looking young and fresh. And it also heals little, if you have a little scar, a little red blemish, it really heals that fast. And another thing, ever since I used this, I haven't gotten any zits, any blemishes or anything. I completely stopped getting those, and I'm a person who used to get that all the time, especially at that time of the month, So, but that, I don't get it anymore. And I was not aware that it would work for that as well. So I was completely so happily surprised that this worked for that. So for anyone who has problematic skin, it kind of takes care of so many areas. This mask, and I cannot promise you that this will work for everybody. I can only say that it worked for me. And a few weeks ago, I actually stopped using this because I just got too busy and I didn't have time to lay down for 10 minutes and relax with this on. So I took a break from using it, and then I got a pimple suddenly. So I am completely convinced that this mask is the reason why I stopped getting pimples and blemishes and all of that. So quite amazing. And I just also feel like my skin is more like the skin texture. My skin texture is more even. I mean, there's not so much skin texture as there used to be. So, I mean, this is amazing. Really amazing. So, and when using the mask, you're not supposed to have any products on your face at all. No creams, no oils, no nothing. Just completely bare skin. And since I have dry skin, that is a little challenging for me. So after using it, I apply a whole bunch of oils to my face. And so I started using just plain organic almond oil for my face. And I heard this from Dr. Ravi here on YouTube, who recommended to just use an organic almond oil for your face. And the amazing part is that almond oil contains natural retinol, which is very good for anti-aging. So I was amazed by this, and I've been using it for months, many months. Especially, I started in the winter because in the winter time my skin gets really, really dry. It's better in the summer, but this one really rescued my winter skin. And also, from the same company where I bought this, I also decided to try some other face oil. This is Acai facial oil serum. Yeah, and I've been using this for a couple of months, and I think it's really good too. Maybe it does a little bit more for you than the almond oil. Yeah, and again, it just smells completely natural. There are no chemicals in this or anything. It's just completely natural. And that's what I love about these organic oils. Also, the almond oil here, that it is just completely natural, and I don't have to worry about any harsh chemicals, any artificial rough chemicals. It's just healthy for the skin and for the body. If you would actually accidentally eat it or something. Yes. So, and another perk is that this is really, really cheap compared to real skincare. So, 2 creams that you can buy in Metas, or serums, which are really expensive. Yes. Here comes the mailman. Just thought of that song. And here comes the neighbor. Yeah. course, they're all wondering, what is she doing in there? But, you know, I don't mind. Okay. And another thing that I do for my skin is gua sha. So after applying all of my oils to my skin, it becomes nice and slippery, and then I use this little thing here, this little gua sha tool, and I just massage my skin very, very gently, and it's actually a very relaxing and comfortable experience. I often do it in the evening before bedtime, or just in the morning when I'm waking up and drinking my matcha. Yes, that's another thing I do for my skin, is I drink matcha. It is full of antioxidants, and therefore it keeps my skin also healthy and my body healthy. So we can talk about that later. What I eat and drink for my skin and my body to keep it shining. So I do all kinds of different gua sha techniques, and you can find many of the techniques here on YouTube or on Instagram. Other places there are a lot of free tutorials on how to do gua sha. A great Japanese facial massage technique. And there's also this other tool here, which you can use for more sensitive areas maybe. I don't actually use this one a lot. I use the other one more, but this one is also very comfortable and nice. I don't know how much that really does, but yeah, I will try to find some techniques for using that one too. I don't always use these. Sometimes I just use the oil, one of them, in the morning. Usually I use this one just in the morning out under my makeup, because this is very lightweight and not as greasy as the other one. So the very greasy one and this one is just for the night. And then I also sometimes use this Smart Clinical Repair, a serum from Clinique, which I really want to find some more natural products for my skin. Just clean, organic, natural products. I have been searching and searching all over town for that and on the internet, but it's really hard to find. So, of course, these products are not completely natural. They come with a lot of chemicals. You can see the ingredients list here on the back. There's a lot of ingredients, but this is at least perfume free. That's why I buy Clinique's products, because they are completely without any perfume, which I like, and I have been using Clinique's products for many years. Yes, and I use this purple series here. And I also use this eye cream here from the same brand, because I haven't found any other more natural brands. So I can just show you. This is a very rich repair cream that I use under my eyes. use this every day. And there's not much left here. So I will have to search for something different soon. Yes. Because these products are also way too expensive. I mean, it's not necessary to buy such expensive products. I think there must be some products that are natural, organic, and not as expensive. It must be possible to find that. And this is, and then I also have a day cream in this brand, Smart Clinical Repair. Yeah. Yes. And it just smells of nothing really, not much, just the natural ingredients. And then I also have a night cream here in the same series. Yes. And this is what it looks like, all purple. Overnight recovery cream plus mask cream. Yes. And I usually use this over my face oils. Yes. So I go to bed with a very greasy face. Always. Yes. And when the sun is out, when the sun is shining, I always use a very, very high sun protection cream. This is also from Metas, and it is factor 50. And yeah, and I don't use the greasy oils when I use this one, because then I would get too greasy. So this is just, I only use this when it's really sunny or I'm going to the beach or something. And this of course protects the skin from the UVB sunlight, yeah, which takes out the collagen of the skin. So I have heard, but there are many opposing views to this. In a way, it seems strange that something like the sun, which gives life and energy to everything else living on this earth, that damages people. I don't think so. Maybe it actually does help people get vitamin D, for example. It does. I know that it does. So it's important to not completely block yourself from the sun. But usually I just protect my face a little bit when the sun is too sharp. Yeah. So, and I will just, and I also recently got this cream. I am in the process of trying and testing different creams to find the right one for me. And I thought that this one might be good, from Avene. Though I have discovered that maybe I'm not completely happy with it. It is. They said in the store that it was not with any scent. I made sure to tell them that I do not want any scents in my skincare. And they said there was none in this one. It was just the natural ingredients that had a scent. But it does seem scented, and I also discovered that it does actually dry my skin out a little bit too much. So I'm not so happy with this at all. But maybe I should give it another chance once I run out of the other ones. It is with my Hyaluron Active B3 Crème Regeneration Cellulaire. So it sounds good, and maybe it is perfect for someone else, but I just really wish they wouldn't put all that scent into these creams. So, on top of my skincare, when I've put on all the creams and the oils, I will use this CC cream as my foundation, as my makeup. This is my favorite one to use. It is unfortunately also has some scent in it, which I wish it wouldn't have, because it does dry out my skin. Even though it's natural ingredients that has the scent, it still does dry out my skin. But this is the best one, even because of that, this is the best one that I could find. It is impossible, apparently, to find a foundation with no chemicals or no scents. So, yes, this is the best option so far. Maybe I'll find something even better. Maybe you have a suggestion. You can write me in the comments if you do, so I can try something out. But this makes my skin look very, very even and clean, and it really also has a lot of ingredients that are very nurturing for the skin. So they say, at least. So it also has SFP 50, sun protection factor 50 in it. So that's why I don't use the sunscreen as much. Only when it's very sunny. And also I wear a big wide hat when it's sunny. So I make sure to protect my face from the sun. And yes, so it gives a good and a clean coverage, even though it's just a CC cream. And it still looks natural. It doesn't look heavy or cakey at all. It just looks like natural skin. Which is why also I love this one. Or like it. I guess I like it. I'm not completely in love because of the scent. It smells very citrus-like citrus fruit, which is a lovely scent, but just unnecessary for the face. And what more do we have here? Oh yes, this one here from Elizabeth Arden, 8-hour cream skin protectant. This is just this is a miracle cream. I was recommended this by my doctor because I had some scars in my lips here in the winter time when my lips were extremely dry and flaky, and I just couldn't get rid of these scars in my mouth here. And so he recommended me this cream, and I have been using this ever since for like a year and a half. I've been buying it again and again, and I use this as a lip treatment, and it works so well. I have not had dry or flaky lips or at all after I started using this. I mean, it is such a miracle, this cream. I've never had any lip lotions or lip treatments that worked. I had tried so many different kinds, and they didn't work at all. But this one worked. So you can also use it if you have some really dry, flaky skin on your face, on your nose, if you had a sunburn on your nose or something like that. This works very well. And I also think this is something that is really good to use if you are going skiing, for example, and you need something to really protect your face against the extreme cold. This is really good. Yeah. And then I have this moisture mask. I don't use this every day, but I use it like once a week or twice a week sometimes, if it's winter and I have more dry skin. But here in the summer, I usually use this moisture mask, face mask, once a week, and it just needs to sit for 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and then I get really soft and very moisturized and fresh looking skin that feels so soft. So I like this one. I have also used this for many years because it is quite cheap. and it's quite good. It has E vitamin and some melatonin. I don't know what that is. Yes, it nurtures and moisturizes the skin. Oh, yeah. So Matas, again, they do make good products for very low prices. So can definitely recommend you this if you have dry and sensitive skin. Again, there is no scents or perfumes or anything like that in these products. So yeah. And that is actually it. And of course, I do a lot also for my skin in terms of what I put into my body. That has a lot to say as well. So it's not enough with what you put outside your skin. You also have to be mindful of what you put into your body. It will come out and show on your skin if you are unhealthy in any sort of way. So it really, I do a lot for keeping myself healthy. Of course, I exercise, and it's good to get sweaty and kind of extract all the poisons through your sweat. So working out, it does a lot for your skin, first of all, and also if you have a problem with inflammations, like you get red and irritated skin, and you get pimples, blemishes, zits, then I will also recommend you to eat more anti-inflammatory foods, which I do, and avoid inflammatory foods. So foods that cause inflammation in the skin is usually sugar. Sugar is probably the worst. So at least avoid sugar or carbs in the morning. That is when they really go straight to the blood when you have an empty stomach. So what I do is I eat no sugar or carbs in the morning. I just eat eggs and avocado for breakfast, and some shea pudding sometimes with some blueberries. It's okay to eat fruits, fresh fruit in the morning, because they have a lot of antioxidants and a lot of fiber and nutrients. So I've heard that's okay, but not as the first thing. The first thing I eat is always eggs and avocado. Then the sweet stuff has something to land on, and it doesn't go straight to the blood. And so I really do avoid sugar. I didn't always do that, and I used to have a lot more problematic skin, a lot more blemishes and pimples and zits. I don't know if that's just the same thing, but three words for the same thing, maybe. But yes, I had a lot of problems with that, and I don't anymore. Since I started, I've started many new things at the same time, pretty much. So yeah, but it works. At least it works. So it also prevents the skin from aging when you stop eating that much sugar. It really ages the cells. So I have heard. So if you have to eat sugar, do it on a full stomach as a dessert. Then it doesn't have as much negative influence on your body. Then it kind of has something to land on. So that's how I've heard it and understood it. So, and I used to think that fat was the real sinner when it came to unclear skin, but it turns out it's actually sugar. It's good to eat some fat. It's fine. It's the best source of energy for the body. So I eat a lot of olive oil, or drink a lot of olive oil. I actually have started to take just a tablespoon full of olive oil in the morning as the first thing, so that I have heard that there is a lot of health benefits in doing that. Yes, it also works as a natural laxative, so it makes everything flow nicely. Everything that you eat during the day. So I guess it's good for the metabolism. Yeah. And also it just keeps the skin moist and youthful and fresh. So I eat many natural oils, even though they contain a lot of fat. I eat a lot of nuts every day. And I also eat a lot of chocolate. Dark chocolate, preferably 90%, but that's kind of difficult to get sometimes, so I also eat 85% chocolate every day. So it has a lot of health benefits to eat chocolate. It has a lot of antioxidants and something I can't really say, but it's healthy. Yeah, and which is great because I also love it. It just tastes wonderful. I love chocolate. So, yes. And of course, eat as many vegetables as you can. Carrots are good for the skin. Very good. I eat that a lot too. And berries, a lot of berries, blueberries, blackberries. Very good for the body, the skin. And it has so many benefits to just eat healthy. You both get to feel good and healthy, not get sick as much, and you also look better when you eat healthy. So, yes, small lifestyle changes can really make such a big difference. That is pretty amazing, and it's something that I really am very passionate about, as you can probably tell. So I could go on and on for hours about this, but I guess we are going to have to say goodbye for now. So have a wonderful day or have a wonderful sleep if you have already fallen asleep. Yes, I'll see you very soon again. Have a good one. Bye.